How was your first Souls-like gaming experience, Dorian? It was amazing. Amazing. I'm a big Souls-like fan now. I'm gonna play almost all the games, if not all. We got him. Yeah, you got me. Was not expecting it. You got me. Let's start with Margit, the Fellowman. I think Margit is an S fight. 100%. S tier fight. Because, in my opinion, he's a perfect boss for the beginning. Even though it might hand your ass over to you, right? It might destroy you a little bit. You might be in pain before and after you fight him. It's still an experience that's worth it, and you will get out of it stronger. As cheesy as that sounds, you will actually get the game after Margit, I feel like. That's what I feel like. More Margit, or Margie as I call him, was a pretty cool fight, especially for the second fight. The first big fight, the second actual fight in the game, phenomenal. Teaches you about delays and gets you set up for basically everything that comes next. Like, Godric was nothing. Oh, Godric is next. Okay, Godric is B. Godric was nothing compared to Margit. Margit was like 84 attempts. Godric, I think it was like 20 or something. I destroyed Godric. Phase 1 was difficult. Phase 2 was a joke. I saw Phase 2 like 5 times and then I beat him. A joke. So, Godric was cool. His attacks were delayed, the same type of attacks that Margit has, which is probably why it felt so easy. They both do very delayed attacks. He just teaches you about the grabs, because I believe that Margit doesn't have grabs, so I do believe that Godric is the one that teaches you about the grabs first. But decent boss, not my favorite, but pretty good. Top of B, I think, for now. In RPGs, when in doubt, use summons. True. And again, if you like to use summons, if you enjoy playing the game with summons, more power to you. Play the game as you enjoy. I didn't play the game with summons because I didn't like playing it with summons. I tried it, it sucked, and I didn't do it. So I'm like, nope. But that's just me. That's a personal preference. Red Wolf of Radagon. That will go to B. B. That's a B. But Red Wolf of Radagon is really cool, because I thought this guy had a second phase, because he was right after Margit. I went there after Margit, and then I went back to Godric. So I thought he would have a phase 2. So I loved his mechanics, and I beat him relatively quickly, but he didn't have a phase 2, which is why he goes down to B. If he had a phase 2, he would probably be up there in A. But his phase 1, his only phase, was really good. I enjoyed it. It's lovely. Godric's cutscene. Godric's cutscene is cool, but it's just cool. A cutscene is not a fight. I'm talking about the fights. The spectacle is amazing in every single fight. It's not about the spectacle, it's more about the fight. I'm about my enjoyment of the fight. That's what we're ranking here. How much I enjoyed these fights. How did you fight the Red Wolf before Godric? Sounds like you were OP for Godric. Not really. I just had the same build that I have now. I went full strength, dodging and hitting people. People were saying that I was under-leveled all the time, so I don't think that I was over-leveled. But you can go back and watch it on the second VOD or something, right? It's right there. Second, third. I've named the VODs from the names of the bosses that I killed on that VOD, so it's easy to find. So, next one is the bane of my existence. Holy. Renala is C. The only reason why Renala is not B is because you have to do the run back every single time. You have to die, and when you die, you go back. You have to go through the enemies. You have to jump. You have to run up and avoid the rolling stone, if you will. Then you have to go up the elevator, inside, do a really boring first phase. It's basically phase 0. It's not even phase 1. And then you actually fight her. So it takes about 7 minutes to get to her, which is what is boring for me. But I feel like runbacks are cringe. I don't like runbacks. So she goes to C, not to D. There is a boss that I think I'm gonna put to D, but we're gonna save that for later. I think there's only one boss that I'm gonna put to D, and I think you know who it is, but we'll get there. We'll get there. That's Radahn. Oh, okay. Radahn, for me, was bottom D, the first Radahn. Bottom D, I said? Sorry, bottom B. Bottom B. Why is that? This is the only boss that I did with summons. But not the regular summons, not the summons that you get before you join the fight, right? These are the summons that people told me are the canonical summons. The people that come and join you, we got the pot friend as well. So they were getting in the way, man. They were getting in the way. I was trying to fight Radahn, and they were getting in the way. I couldn't see what he was doing. I could not recognize his mechanics. And thus, it kind of spoiled my experience. So, he goes down there because of my experience, not because of the spectacle. He's a Giga Chad. He's amazing. And I love the fight that we just did. But this fight, because of what I did, and I never did that again, whatever summons may they be, never again fought a boss with summons. Unfortunately, Radahn goes down there. But that's just me. Did you fight the hidden bosses in the main game? You can see the achievement list for the ones you missed. Mobs, from what they tell me, the bosses that I haven't fought are the ones that I cannot get. I need to do a new game plus, basically. Ooh, but yeah, that's why Radahn goes there. And next we have Loretta, Royal Knight. Who was Loretta? So, I don't remember who Loretta... Oh, I know. Loretta is the one that I fought before... No, it's not the one before Millennia. I don't know who Loretta is. See. I don't remember her. Boring. It's gone. Yeah, next, Mike, we have Dark Souls 3. Dark Souls 3 and then Lies of P. Next, we have Regal Ancestral Spirit. Oh, these are... No, these were boring. See. These were not offensively bad, but they were very easy. These were on the underground. So I just beat them quite easily. They were cool spectacles, and there were like 2 or 3 of them. Even the hardest one among them was not really that interesting. It was cool, though. It was pretty cool. Oh, so I haven't even fought this version of Loretta. Okay, so this goes to... Give me a second. Let's create another one. Haven't fought yet forehead. Okay. So Loretta goes down there. Then a Dragon King Soldier of Noxtella. Have I fought this one? I don't believe I fought this one. I don't remember him. I think I didn't do this. Probably not. I would have watched previous streams. Yeah, I don't think I did this. I don't remember this. Valiant Gargoyle. Oh my god. Is this the Gargoyle twins? Or is this the twins? Yeah, those were the twins. Yeah, fuck this boss. That's a C. I hate that. I hate that. That fight was difficult, but also bullshit because it was 2 of them and they were both huge and their hitboxes were like all over the place, or at least my camera was just couldn't handle everything and I was hitting whatever. I don't know. I hate this. I hate the Valiant Gargoyle, the Gargoyle twins. I hate this thing. It goes to C because it was not offensive, but it still goes to C. Dark Souls 3 should be fun. Oh yeah, man, it will be phenomenal. Again, I'm very much looking forward to it. Astel, Naturalization of the Void. I definitely haven't done anything like that. I wouldn't remember that. Void? I would remember that. No, we haven't done Void. Godskin Noble. The fatty? Okay, let's do Godskin Apostle real quick. Godskin Apostle is bottom of B. Actually, Godskin Apostle is here. I enjoyed this fight. Really cool fight. I don't even remember Fatty alone. Did I fight Fatty alone? I don't think so. But he's gonna be a C because I fought him when I fought the twins and he was annoying as shit. Right card, Lord of the Blasphemy. Okay, so there are a lot of bosses that actually are mid. Big fight. Gimmick. It was not offensively bad. It didn't make me mad, so actually he's gonna go here. No, actually here, probably. But big bosses are very difficult to deal with. And this specific one also had a gimmick. I don't really care about gimmicks. So it was cool because it was a nice palette cleanser, right? But yeah, not really my thing. But I enjoyed it as a spectacle for what it was. It was pretty cool. Gideon. Fuck this guy. That's all we need to say about this. Fuck this guy. This guy sucks. This guy sucks. This is the boss that I fought between 2 of the most amazing fights in this game. Between Godfrey, the regular one, and Maliketh. That's even worse. This guy deserves D. We should put another tier for that. But anyway, let's do D for now. Oh my god. This was the moment I fell in love with the game. This was it. Godfrey. I liked the game a lot before Godfrey. I fell in love with this game with Godfrey. Instant S, phenomenal fight. It was the fight that was supposed to teach you that not every single boss has delayed attacks. He didn't have any delayed attacks. It took some time to get accustomed to it. I did this under-leveled as well from what people were saying, but I had a hell of a time with this one, man. I love this one. This was phenomenal. Phenomenal. The Golden Godfrey. And I was saying on the stream, and I also said it on the YouTube video that I did on my Greek channel, that I wish this guy was real. I wish he was alive, because if he was alive, he would probably have a phase 2, and it would be phenomenal. Well, I got my wish, but we'll see it in a bit. Who is this? The Omen King. I'm not sure if I did this guy. Oh, wait, Omen King is Morgoth, right? Yeah, Morgoth the Omen King. Morgoth was good. Morgoth was A. It was a really good fight. I enjoyed it. It was more of Margit, but I was very familiar with his mechanics at this point because I did Margit 86 times. So I leveled up like a couple, and even if I was under-leveled, from what a lot of people were saying I was under-leveled, I still beat him quite easily. I did enjoy this fight a lot, though. The spectacle was really cool. His sword, iconic. His, like, dark purple, red-ish sword, really cool. I love him. Really good fight. Also, again, really cool to see, like, Margit basically later. It's like a full circle moment. So Morgoth, really cool. Enjoyed it. He's an A. Definitely an A. Definitely more than Godric, Red Wolf, Godskin Apostol, and this guy. Actually, Godskin Apostol should go here. Top of B. Easily top of B, I think. Maybe bottom of A, but let's do top. Let's do top of B, and we'll see. What's next? We have Commander Niall. Yep, fuck him. Fuck him and his summons. Actually, because you... Not bottom, because you are decent, he's decent when he actually stops summoning people and attacks you, and you're having like a fun fight. When you're having fun, and you're actually fighting, this guy is good. When he summons the things, he sucks. So I actually... No, that's too harsh. I think C is too harsh. Bottom of B, I think. Bottom of me. I think I enjoyed fighting him more than I enjoyed fighting her. Even though it was not about the fight for her. Definitely more than Rykard. Yeah, no. It's gotta be B. It's gotta be B. Gotta be bottom of B. I was too harsh on C. Bottom of B. This guy. And he also gave the thing that I basically am still using. He gave me the gear that I'm using until the end of the game. So you know what? Fair game, man. Do your thing. You're bottom of B. You deserve that. You earned that. Fire Giant. Actually... Yeah, A. Fire Giant is A. Fire Giant is one of the best, the second best, I would say, gigantic fights in the game. As a spectacle, it's phenomenal because the moment that you go in, you're just like, whoa, this guy is indeed a giant. Because you've seen giants, right? You've seen other quote-unquote giants in the game roaming around, you've killed them, and then you see this guy and he's like 5 times taller. You're like, whoa, that is actually a giant. He also has some very cool mechanics with the fireballs and all that. You have to bait them out. Also, you have 2 choices. You can, go for his right leg, but break the talisman, which makes him do the fires. Or go for the left leg, do less damage, but not break the talisman, which means that he doesn't use a lot of his fire spells. Really cool boss, nice gimmick. It was gimmicky, but it was pretty cool. Good hitboxes. Very easy to tell what he was doing, even though it was a huge boss. Big W for this one. Big W. Loretta, Knight of the Howling Tree. Okay, I remember Loretta. Loretta was cool. I beat her. I one-shot Loretta. But the mechanics that she did do, I enjoyed them. I did one-shot her, but this is not a difficulty tier list. It's enjoyment tier list. So she's really cool. I like Loretta. This is probably bottom of A, because I did enjoy fighting her more than Godskin Apostol. Wait, did I? No, that's wrong. I enjoyed Godskin Apostol more. You know what? Godskin Apostol goes bottom of A. It was a really cool fight. Both times, because I beat him 2 times. One time he was small, the other time he was big. Both of those were really good. Malenia, we'll do that later. We'll leave Malenia for later. Godskin Duo. As much as it pains me, I'm not gonna do this or this. It's gotta be around here. It was a pain in the ass, but the hitboxes were good, the mechanics were solid. I just was not familiar with the fat guy. I hadn't killed him, so I didn't know his mechanics. Thus, it was difficult for me to figure it out. When I figured out that I could break him quite early, I just destroyed this fight. But it was pretty decent. I enjoyed it. For the most part. That's why it's middle of B. Pretty good fight, though. And very difficult. Very difficult. It shows you that the game on the second part of the main game is not messing around. What do we have next? Placidusi is a side boss. Malekith. Let's do them. I'm trying to do them as they did them. So next is Malekith, actually. Woo. Malekith. Malekith is definitely an S. Easily. Malekith took me, I think, 300 attempts. I love that fight. Phase 2, coolest shit I've ever seen. His weapon is cool. His attacks are cool. The color scheme that he has is cool. Everything about him is cool. He also looks like a wolf. And do you know what my favorite animal is? A wolf. So, yeah, there you go. It is what it is. Malekith is phenomenal. And he's a good boy as well. You should pet him when you get the chance. Really cool. I love Malekith. Another one, this is reaffirmed my love for this game. After Godfrey, this is what solidified it, basically. What do we have next? Okay, next was Godfrey. And this is our first double S. Godfrey was amazing. Godfrey was everything that Golden Godfrey was, turned up to like, not 100, let's say 90. Because the first phase was basically this guy's first phase, but with a little bit more spice, let's say. And then his second phase was just bonkers. His second phase was just crazy. I loved this fight. It legitimately upped my testosterone levels. My voice was heavier when I finished this fight, and this fight too. Godfrey is and will always be one of my favorite bosses that I've done in any video game. Phenomenal. And I'll never forget the experience of fighting this guy first, and then actually figuring out that there is a real Godfrey that we fight. And thank you guys for not spoiling that as well. Oh, next we have... Let's see, what do we have next? Draconic Tree Sentinel. Bottom of S, really cool. Loved Draconic Tree Sentinel. It is, again, another full circle moment when you see... You know, you remember your first fight, the Tree Sentinel fight, when you were an ignorant being starting your journey in this, or at least that's what I was, because this is my first Soulsborne game. And then fighting this guy, just really cool. I think it took me around 100 attempts, getting used to his mechanics, dodging everything, dodging the new mechanics that we're doing, the new mechanics that we got. Phenomenal. Is he top of A or is he S though? Because I enjoyed this fight so much, yeah, I would say S. Because of my enjoyment, he's S. What do we have next? We have... Wait, this is Elmer of the Briar. I don't know who that is. This is Gideon. Yeah, we talked about you. Fuck you. What was next? Oh, wait. Next was the final fight, actually. Yeah, you beat Godfrey and you go on to beat Radagon of the Golden Order. And I'm really glad that these two are separate. I'm really glad these two are separate. So this goes here. This is an S fight. Phase 1 is S tier fight. 100%. The mechanics, the dodges, the spectacle, the opening. You go in, Marika is like this, crucified, and then she falls down, and then the color change of the hair, and it becomes Radagon, holds up the hammer, and then the music of the title drop plays. Amazing stuff. Epic as hell. One of the most epic openings for a final boss that I've ever seen in any video game. Phenomenal. The only reason he's here, because yes, of course he's phenomenal, but he doesn't have two phases. I wish he did. Because his second phase was the Elden Beast, and the Elden Beast was mid as hell. I would say here. Elden Beast, decent spectacle, really cool looking at it. Dodging its mechanics when you can see it, that's fine. But when you get close to it, you don't know what the fuck is happening. I don't know what they were thinking. Again, the spectacle was amazing. I'll give you that. But I would expect a fight more like Godfrey as the final boss. As was Radon, but we'll talk about that later. Rather than this. Yeah, the Elden Beast was definitely not my favorite. That's why if we combine them, is maybe a high B. Maybe top of B. And maybe bottom of A. But together, separately, that's where I put them. The Elden Beast, again, was a cool spectacle, but nothing more. In terms of mechanics, okay, some of them were visible when he was far away, but when he was close, couldn't play the game. Like, quite literally. Next, we have, let's see, the Divine Beast. No. Next, we have the side bosses, because now we beat the game, so I did the side bosses. Placidusi, Placidusi was like here. I enjoyed him a little bit more than Rykard. No, above the Elden Beast. A little bit less than her. Placidusi was okay. Again, another huge boss. No, actually, no. If we're talking about big bosses, he's probably here. Because he does have some mechanics that you can actually see. His model is not as big as a lot of the dragons you fight. He uses the same attack patterns or similar that other dragons that you fought have used. So you are fighting on knowledge and building up on knowledge that you already have. So it was decent. I would say decent, yeah. The most mid, because it had high highs, but some low lows, because again, when you get close to him, you don't see shit. Because it's a very, very big boy. But it's fine. As you know, as far as the big fights are concerned, he's not that bad. I would even say that I enjoyed him more than Commander Nio, yeah, for sure. Next is Mog. Mog is really cool. I enjoyed the hell out of Mog. I've never fought a boss with the bleed mechanic, so I had to cope with the fire and the bleed that he was doing. Phase 1 was the worst in terms of difficulty. Not the worst in terms of like enjoyment, just difficulty. It was really difficult. And going from Phase 1 to Phase 2, you just build up on already existing knowledge and just do a couple more dodges and you're good. Really natural progression from Phase 1 to Phase 2. It felt organic. I really enjoyed fighting Mog. This guy goes to S right here, and he deserves it. Phenomenal fight. And as you all know, my favorite fight in the game, top of S. Top of double S, 100%. Malenia, amazing fight. I don't know what to say about Malenia, man. I don't know what to say. It took me 514 attempts to kill Malenia. I don't know what else to say. And I enjoyed every single one of them. We came very close at about the 300 mark, as we did with Radon, by the way. But anyway, I choke a lot, it seems. And I don't know. I don't know what to say about this fight that hasn't been said. When everything clicked is when I realized that once it does the sidestep, I can hit her with my greatsword and actually, like, stop her from doing the attack. That was when it clicked, and that was when I realized that this boss was actually doable. I realized it took me about 300 tries to realize that. But every time she sidesteps, you should be hitting her. And, you know, then it's just a matter of recognizing the mechanics, seeing the patterns, practice. And phenomenal boss. Phenomenal. It did not miss anything. It was very easy to break as well, very easy to stagger, which helps because it was very mechanically heavy. So being easy to stagger helps a lot. You can actually work that into the rotation. Because I've worked a rotation. Like, I had rotation. It was like 500 attempts. I knew what I was going to do. I was basically just going through the motions until I beat her. And I did. And it was phenomenal. You also did not make it easy on yourself by using the same weapon for every boss. That is true. And Malenia was the... So for every boss up to now, I've used the grated greatsword, right? Because it looked cool. It looked really fucking cool. It was like the Iron Throne from Game of Thrones. So, it is what it is. Cool over substance. But then you guys suggested that I use the gut sword. And the gut sword looks cooler and is longer. The attempt that I got her to like 0.1% was with the graded sword. But I did beat her with the gut sword. So yeah, she was the breaking point. She was the point. She was the one that made me change the weapons. Give me a better chance. But I do prefer this weapon. And I do play it with basically no Ass of War, essentially. I play this sword without an Ass of War. All the way up until the final boss that I just beat today. I cannot overstate how many cool weapons you could have tried out. You will regret not trying out different heavy weapons. No, that's fine, man. I can do other playthroughs. I can do it again. I can run it back and try them out. But for my first playthrough, that's how I wanted to play the first playthrough. You can only play a game for the first time, one time. So I think that you should always do it as you want to do it. Because you can only play it for the first time once. You only get one first playthrough. So, anyway, Malenia is double S, my favorite fight in the game. Unless I change my mind. But we'll see. For now, she is. And let's continue. The Divine Beast was pretty cool. Pretty cool. I would say top of 8. The Divine Beast was a really good opening act to what would be an amazing, amazing DLC. An amazing expansion. I really enjoyed this fight. Even though it was a pretty big boss, I could clearly see the target. I could clearly see what he was doing. His elemental bullshit was kind of tough to figure out, but, you know, he has to have something difficult. I like it. I like this. Divine Beast Dancing Lion goes to A. Pretty cool boss. The second boss, ooh, that's Relana. Relana is S. Easily. S even above, I would say... Yeah, this is right here. I beat Relana in like 3 attempts. Or 4. But this is so cool, man. She enchants the swords with ice and fire. And, you know, her... like fight feels like a dance, kind of a similar dance akin to what Godfrey was for me, the first Godfrey that I fought. She doesn't have a phase 2, so that's why it's not like double S, but if she did, she would definitely be up there with my favorite ones. Even though I killed her in like 3-4 attempts, maybe 5, I don't remember. I love Relana. What do we have next? The Ralph of the Great Red Bear. Oh yeah, I remember the bear. The bear was okay. Yeah, the bear was pretty cool, actually. I did kill this guy. I just randomly stumbled upon him, I remember, on a stream, and I killed him, like, 2nd attempt or something. Not much to say. Pretty mid, but not bad. What do we have? Commander Gaius. The pig boy. The pig guy. The pig is, maybe B? Let me think. Yeah, I would say he's a... maybe even bottom A. I bitched about this guy a lot because of the pig's hitbox. So he's top of B. Really cool mechanics. Enjoyable fight. Nice spectacle. But it seems like the commander bosses are the most annoying bosses in the game. Some of the most annoying bosses in the game. If it says commander, you're not gonna have a good time. I did have a good time with this guy though. But I'm happier that I've gone past him than what I would be if I hadn't, basically. Like, I'm good. I'm glad he's dead. Okay? And if he's optional, I'm never gonna fight him again. Basically. Ever. What's next? Death Knight. Oh, the Death Knights were cool. I would say bottom A. We fought 2 Death Knights. Same mechanics, same thing, in 2 catacombs. Both of them were really enjoyable. Took me around like 50 attempts or something. Really cool. Not 50, probably 30. You know, the dark lightning thing that exudes, really cool. I'm edgy. I'm an edgelord. I'm a simple man. I see dark lightning. I like it. I like it that. So Death Knight goes bottom of A. Really cool fight. Both times. I had a lot of fun. Also a Giga Chad, man. I loved his sword. Actually, not a sword. It was like an axe, right? Really cool. Really cool. So he gets coolness points, and he gets mechanical points, and he gets every points in the book to become a bottom A. Pretty good. Golden Hippopotamus. Oh, the Hippo Boy. That's like a B. Yeah, the Hippo Boy was pretty decent. Not that hard, but I would say below Radon. That was probably the biggest miss besides the one that's coming soon of the DLC. Not much to say. He becomes a porcupine at some point. He does some annoying stuff. I don't remember a lot because, again, I killed him really quickly. But I remember that I was very surprised that he became a porcupine. He's basically the evolution of another hippo boss that we've done previously, I believe, in the base game. But yeah, B. Not good, not bad, just okay. Mesmer the Impaler. That's another double S. That's another double S there. I loved this fight. About 200 attempts, but I love this fight. Okay, I see a common thread here. When I say double S, do I mean Stockholm Syndrome? Oh my god, double S comes from Stockholm Syndrome. Now it makes sense, but it is a phenomenal fight. The first phase, I think the first phase was this was a legitimate first phase more difficult than second phase case. The first phase was much more difficult to get down and consistently get through, and phase B with the snake was legitimately easier. I preferred dealing with the snakes than dealing with the fire. The snakes were easier to dodge than all of his fire mechanics. So I'm actually very glad that I got through him with 200 attempts. Because his phase 1 is hell. For me at least. And those are the most difficult fights. You know, getting to phase 2 and then, you know, learning the phase 2 and stuff, but always dying on phase 1 can be very difficult for your mental. So, dying on Mesmer phase 1, the only reason why it was not difficult for my mental is because I enjoyed the hell out of this fight. The timings, the moves, the dance that it was. Beautiful fight. Phenomenal spectacle. The guys in chat, we love it. We love to see it. We love this guy. Phenomenal. Mesmer, double S, Stockholm Syndrome possibly. Great fight. Meteor. Oh, the Finger Lady. Finger Lady, big boss. I beat her in like 3 attempts. Boring, kinda. I would say Finger Lady is right there with the Elden Beast because they're brother and sister or something, right? This is better because I beat her more quickly. Way more quickly. This is actually the biggest miss of this DLC. No, it's not. There is one more. But yeah, I didn't really enjoyed it that much. You can probably see a pattern. Most bosses that are down here are big bosses. I didn't enjoy them that much. I don't think that Elden Ring is a game that thrives in big bosses. Monster Hunter World thrives in big bosses, and in general the Monster Hunter franchise. This game does much better with smaller bosses, and that's why these are top. There's a reason why all these are at the top there. But anyway, okay, boss. So that's why it's top C. Cool, again, as cool as a, C can be. The fight itself was not that cool, but, the way to the fight was decent. So I'll give it points for that. It's better than the Elden Beast. Still not that big of a deal. Romina. Well, Romina was good. Romina was like 20 attempts, but Romina's fight was pretty good, actually. I enjoyed it a lot because the mechanics were very well telegraphed. And I had to deal with, I believe she does rot, right? Yeah. It's the second time I have to deal with the rot mechanic after Millennia, and I'm very much more prepared this time. So I had a much easier time with Romina because I destroyed Millennia, and rot was nothing to me at that point. But yeah, really cool fight. I enjoyed the hell out of this, and it didn't overstay its welcome. That's important, right? If a boss is not that difficult, it shouldn't overstay its welcome. You shouldn't have 100 or 200 attempts on that boss. And I feel like that's because that is always a thing in this game, because it seems like FromSoft is great at balancing their bosses. They're phenomenal at balancing almost every boss in this game. So Romina did not overstay her welcome. She was really cool. It was a nice, fast, enjoyable fight. And that's all. Not as good as Morgoth. No, actually, better than Morgoth. I enjoyed it more. No. Let's put it there for now and we'll see. And this is this guy. Fuck this guy. Worst fight in the game. Unquestionably. For me, I've had people say that they enjoyed this fight. That's fine. If you like it, you like it. I don't. Fuck this fight. Fuck the delays. Fuck everything that this fight has to offer. I don't like it, and I will never like it. Maybe if I play as a mage and I just sit back and just spam it, that will be enjoyable. But no. 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 This shit, no. Never again. I hate this guy. I hate this guy. Bale the Dread. I would say Bale is top A. Because he is by far the best big boss in the game. As I told you again, big bosses are not this game's strong point, but this guy was phenomenal. I still have not experienced a boss fight as strongly as I did this, because I legitimately almost had a heart attack because my heart pulse was so high that I couldn't breathe when I killed him. For a second there, it was really, really weird. I've never had that happen, and that's because it's really high risk, man. This guy, it takes like an hour and a half just to get him to phase 2, and then another hour and a half to kill him. So it's very high risk. Every single attempt takes like way too long. But because of his mechanics are great, the model is good, he doesn't have bullshit in his hitboxes for the most part. So he's very enjoyable mechanically, it's a phenomenal spectacle, so again, he has a lot of things going for him. He definitely deserves A, maybe bottom of S too, but I don't know. For now he's A, I might change my mind, we'll see. The Elder Inquisitor, I don't believe I fought this guy. Then we have Midra. Ooh. Yeah. Midra is also S. So I guess that solidifies my top 5. I see. Okay. Midra was phenomenal. I've never had to deal with the boss that has madness. I've generally ignored this mechanic for the entire game. The only interaction I had with madness was... what was it? Oh yeah, the big eye in the base game. But yeah, Midra was phenomenal. The hitboxes, the dance, the spectacle, the second phase, phase 0. Even phase 0 is such a cool meme. I love everything about this fight. And even if I get, destroyed by the madness, you still have a chance. It's not like Rot. Rot, literally just kills you. Madness is actually a little bit better if you're lucky and the boss doesn't kill you when you're stunned. But I like Madness. And I like Midra. I like Madness as a mechanic, and I like Midra as a boss a lot. Took a lot of tries, probably close to 150 to 200. Okay, this is the Stockholm Syndrome, right? That's what double S is for. But anyway, love this fight. Bottom of S. Bottom of double S. Scatter-Tree Avatar. You know what? I enjoyed this fight. I like this guy. Do you know why? Not necessarily because of the mechanics. Mechanically, it was not that impressive, but they told the story through this. They told the story through this fight that even my big forehead could understand. And you beat him on phase 1, and he's pretty chill. He resurrects, and you beat him on phase 2, when he becomes extremely aggressive. Because you killed him, you're fighting him, you went into his territory, and you're just trying to kill him for some reason. And then on phase 3, the sad music is playing, and he's trying his best, oh, leave me alone, I wanna live, fuck you. And then you kill him, and it's just sad. You see him trying to get away, trying to kill you desperately, but, to no avail. You just kill him, and it's sad. The music is sad, the way you kill him is sad, everything is sad. And for that, I guess it deserves, I think, top... Nah, it's not gonna be that up there. I think up here. And last but not least, holy, this fight. I would say he's here. Nope. Here. I'm still not sure. I will have to let it sit and think about it. I don't know if I like him more than Millennia, but he is up there. And this guy took me close to 400 attempts. Loved Radahn. Phase 1, phenomenal. Phase 2 just takes phase 1 up to 11. Amazing. Just amazing. I choked so many times on this guy. I could have beaten him on probably attempt 300 something. I choked so much because I was always so nervous, man. So nervous. Millennia is 400 times harder. I wouldn't say 400, but for my experience when I was fighting Millennia, Radahn is way harder. I agree. Radahn, in my opinion, is harder, but Millennia is harder for when you fight her. If you get through Millennia, Radahn is gonna feel easier because you just have grown as a player. If you can push through Millennia, you know that you can push through Radahn. Even though Radon is harder. But that's why he's harder, because he's for a more experienced player. He's balanced around more experienced people. Well, that's my tier list. Millennia is, I believe, my absolute favorite fight. Radon is a very close second. Godfrey is still third as the Chad that he is. Mesmer, the Impaler, fourth, easily. And Mitra, Lord of the Frenzied Flame, fifth. That's my top 5, absolutely. And fuck this scum horse. So I guess these are 5 fights that I haven't done yet, so I guess I should go back and do them. That's not bad.